Oh, it's another day here at the Comeback Team Studios. I know it's been a long time. You're wondering where I've been. I've been working. I miss you. I know you miss me. There's so much going on. There's so much we've missed. But it's not because we did it on purpose. Here we are again. Another live stream. Let me know if you can see me, man. It's a little glitchy. You know? Let me know if you can hear my voice out there. It's been a long, long time. So I'm going to get you all up to speed right now. First and foremost, I've been traveling like crazy. I just got back from Dallas. I was in Orlando and Tampa. I'm leaving for Miami next week. I'm leaving for Las Vegas, Los Angeles after that. I come back. I go to Vancouver, Canada. I come back, I go to Europe. Let me fill you in where I've been. I am in the middle of restructuring everything. Not only is this podcast going to be happening, I'm getting ready to launch a vlog. I've already filmed over 7 or 10 episodes. Very interesting stuff. I'm bringing you into my life. I'm opening up the door. I'm opening up the floodgates. You get to see behind the scenes, all my travels, everywhere I go. It's going to be like you're sitting right next to me and I take you on these adventures with me and you get to meet all the crazy, famous, interesting, infamous people that I come across in my life. You get to have fun, man. I want to have some fun. Also, relaunching the Comeback Team podcast, my famous podcast, my first podcast, second season. We're going to go all out. We're going to be interviewing amazing people, fascinating people. Who knows, maybe even you. If you have an interesting story, if you've ever faced adversity, if you've ever been through something rough in your life and you got through it, I might be interested in telling your story. In any event, this podcast will continue because I like to talk about what's going on. And there's so much that's happened since the last episode. So I want to apologize to all of you on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, or anywhere these podcasts are received. I just want you to know I ain't going nowhere. I haven't. I just been working, filming. It's been crazy. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go to Philadelphia, maybe. I don't know. I'm supposed to go to Philly for the 30th anniversary of the Cash Money record label Birdman. But the only Birdman is me. I'm Albanian. Let's jump into the headlines for now because there's too much to catch up on from the last couple of weeks. And listen, it's just interesting times indeed. So the next guy to get Me Too'd, Shannon Sharpe, to step away from ESPN duties. Now, I don't watch ESPN. I could give two craps about sports. I don't watch sports, not because I don't respect sports, nor do I like it. It's just that I'm too busy trying to chase my own dream to sit there and watch people throwing a basketball or a football, making millions of dollars, study their lives, their stats, their this, their that. You know, I got better things to do with my time, man. And my expression that I've said on the show for many years, it's my quote: you will never be a player in the game of life if you're too busy being a fan. If you spend all your time watching people who most of them are morally devoid, just like this guy, Shannon Sharpe to step away from ESPN duties amid ongoing lawsuit. Now, he had a little bit of a scandal a couple months ago. There was some audio that was live streamed on his X. We hear him moaning. He's doing all kinds of weird things physically with a female. Shannon Sharpe has said he will temporarily take time away from his role on ESPN. I promise you it's permanent. I guarantee you never comes back. Takes time away from his role on ESPN after being sued for assault, physical assault, battery, and, the R word. He denies the allegations in the lawsuit filed Sunday by an anonymous woman and her attorneys. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. The Pro Football Hall of Famer concluded by thanking his family, fans, and colleagues. Sharpe's legal representatives previously told CNN the lawsuit was an attempt to shake down the popular broadcaster and podcaster. Now, the complaint alleges Sharpe, 56, was very violent physically in bed and penetrated the anus by force of the plaintiff in October 2024 and again in January of this year in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. After many months of manipulating and controlling the plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and carried on with the physical acts. This is what she's accusing him. Now, to my understanding, she's 19 years old. He's 50. Something. This is the world we live in. And if you are a public figure and if you're going to do these things, you're going to have you're going to pay the piper. Even if he didn't do anything by force, when you're doing things that are immoral against the creator, you're going to come down. You're going to get destroyed. And that's what happened to this guy. Even if he's not guilty of making her do these things, his sinful acts have tarnished his reputation, probably costed him his job on ESPN, and the rest is history. This is his ex account. And I don't know what he posted here. I don't know. In any event, he's not talking too much about it. Here's a statement he made 8 hours ago. My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. There's his statement. Let's go take a look at the comments. Let's just see what people are saying about this in his comments. I always find that to be interesting. You really are the dumb football player stereotype. What family? It's a reason that black men can't trust white women. Emmett Till. They will lie on black men. They have them crucified. The Shannon Sharpe situation seems to be a setup to me. She tells him how she wants rough physical acts to be done. So when she's saying no, he will think it's just a part of her act. Just to set the tone for assault. I could be wrong, but that's my observation from the situation. Black men got to be smarter than that. Her prior text about the big black baby should have ran him away. So now race is pulled into this, as usual. Everything has to be about race in America. Shannon, when your lawyer texted you that he probably didn't mean post a screenshot, I'm guessing he wanted you to copy and paste it. Shannon, attorney, what should I put out as a statement? Attorney, I'll text it to you. Shannon, got it. I'll post it. Attorney, you didn't just screenshot the text, did you? Shannon, screenshot team thought, fear not, Lakers in 5. Shannon, you're too old to be this dumb. You're supposed to copy this message and paste it to your social media so that people would think you wrote it. You're posting a screenshot of what your lawyer PR team wrote. It's pretty sloppy on your end. Man, he's just getting destroyed right now. Which is true. They're right. This is not him. Why? This is not how it would look. He screenshot the text message he received from his lawyer. What a dummy. My friend, by the way, who I saw this weekend in Dallas. How many people we got on there, Al? Who's watching, man? Do they remember me or they forgot me? So, this guy, what's his name? My band, Godfrey. We were in Dallas together. Had a blast. I went to his show. He decided to make, and he's been on his podcast.
Fine. Okay, the bitch is lying.
This is a shakedown.
This is Shannon Sharpe from Club Shay Shay. I know y'all have heard the news. Everybody's disappointed in me. But I just want to let everybody know Club Shay Shay ain't going nowhere. Okay? We've been around. We've been doing a lot of good things. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of what I've done, of what you heard. I said I was going to choke the shit out of somebody, but that was just an expression that I use when I'm showing my interest in somebody. I just want everybody to know that, there's a lot of things going on. I think I've heard a lot of people, a lot of my friends, and but I got a lot of support. And I know, people have been telling me, leave the snow bunnies alone. Like Dr. Umar said, stop hopping with the snow bunnies, but sometimes I can't help it. I can't help it. I like snow bunnies. And my grandmother always said, don't mess with the bunnies if it ain't Easter. Okay. And everything that's happening right now is all a shakedown.
This is a shakedown.
People know you're trying to get money. They know you're trying to get to the top. You're trying to get somewhere, and people are trying to stop you from there. They say when you get to another level, here comes the devil. That's what they say. And
so that's Godfrey's impersonation of him. In any event, next story. Home sales. This is a troubling sign of things to come. Thank God I sold the building that I sold when I sold it. I sold at the height of the market. It's coming crashing down. Home sales just posted their biggest monthly fall since 2022. The spring housing market was supposed to boom. Instead, it's whimpering. Existing home sales in March slumped by 5.9% from February, the largest month-to-month decline since November 2022 when seasonally adjusted. Compared to a year ago, sales in March were down 2.4% from March 2024. The decline came as something of a surprise following an uptick in sales in February. More inventory has been hitting the market, which was expected to drive sales, and spring tends to be among the busiest times for home sales as parents with kids try to move when school's out for the summer. Instead, the sales figures suggest that the housing market is in a continued slump, hampered by high mortgage rates. The average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.81% over the last week, according to the data from Freddie Mac. In March and early April, rates were closer to 6.6. Meanwhile, home prices are also still climbing, though more slowly than before. The median existing home sales price for March was $403,000 in the country. Oh, America, what's going on? Trump has quietly been hammering Yemen for 6 weeks. The U.S. military has been bombing Yemen for weeks on end, executing hundreds of strikes this month alone. The standoff between American forces and Houthi rebels backed by Iran risks something President Trump promised to stamp out: endless war. In this case, though, it's being waged almost entirely from the air and often with the help of drones. This is reported by Axios. A renewed campaign kicked off mid-March and hasn't stopped since U.S. Central Command, which oversees military operations across the greater Middle East, has been boasting 24/7 coverage. At least 680 strikes were conducted in March and April. That's a lot. Ras Isa oil port on Yemen's western coast was amongst the most recent targets. The attack killed 74 people and injured many more. The Houthis survived years of attacks from a Saudi-led coalition backed by the U.S. and the UK. The Yemen Data Project logged more than 25,000 air raids in 7 years. 25,000. That's a lot, man. The Houthis continue to amplify reports of civilian casualties, using them as a rallying cry to boost recruitment and bolster domestic support. Mohammed al-Basha of the advisory Basha report told Axios, without sustained ground operations to reclaim territory from Houthi control, he added, the militant group will eventually be able to recover from their current losses, replenishing their ranks, regrouping, and rebuilding their capabilities. I predict in the next 2 to 3 years there will be an invasion to Yemen, I believe, from Western and U.S. forces. I also believe that they're going to try to pull Iran into an all-out war, I think very soon. People that are doing cool things. The Chinese have finally gone to space. China launches Shenzhou 20 astronauts to Tiangong space station. Let me try that again. China launches Shenzhou 20 astronauts to Tiangong space station. I think I pronounced that right in Chinese. If you're Chinese, let me know. The Shenzhou 20 spacecraft blasted off at 5:17 a.m. on Thursday. A Long March 2F rocket topped with the Shenzhou 20 crew spacecraft lifted off from the Jiuchangchong. I definitely didn't say that right, man. I definitely didn't say that right. I'm sorry. Let me try that again, okay? A Long March 2F rocket topped with Shenzhou 20. Oh, man. I mean, their language, people, when they make fun of Chinese, they go, chung chang. I mean, it really sounds like that. I'm sorry. No offense, guys. Let's try this again. A Long March 2F rocket topped with a Shenzhou 20 crew spacecraft lifted off from the Chungchangchong. whatever. It lifted off from their satellite launch center in northwest China. Shenzhou 20 carried Commander Chen Dong on his third trip to space, and rookie astronauts Chen Zhongxing and Wang Xiangxiong. Both of them were, I don't even know if that's the right pronunciation, man. All right, next article, man. I can't even read this. They went to space. The Chinese are in space. Okay? If there's even such a thing. If they didn't hit the firmament, as these flat earthers believe. Chen Dong has strong space flight experience, having flown on the two-person Shenzhou 11 mission to Chongchang. Let's just go to the next article, man. Real IDs. You can't travel without a real ID. Let me tell you what's crazy about this, okay? You got to have a real ID to fly domestically starting May 7th, okay? I've done a lot of flights lately, okay? I'm not going to be able to get a real ID on time, so I'm going to have to use my passport, okay? You try to get on and get an appointment, you can't even get an appointment, okay? It's like a nightmare. So you're going to restrict people from traveling, even though they don't have the resources or the manpower to get everyone a real ID when they need it now before the deadline. I find it to be ridiculous. I really, really do. One step closer to Big Brother, I think. This whole real ID thing. The real ID requirements will take effect on May 7th. Other forms of identification that will be accepted in lieu of a real ID include a valid U.S. passport or passport card, DHS trusted traveler cards. You know what's funny? I just ate Chinese food too. I'm burping up Chinese food. I think that's why my pronunciation was good. It was like chung chang, ching chang. DHS trusted traveler cards such as Global Entry Department of Defense, permanent resident cards, and border crossing cards. Last week in New Jersey, the Department of Motor Vehicles website showed 0 appointments available. Thank you. I'm glad it made national news. I tried to log on myself. And by the way, we're going to have merch coming, man. If you like this shirt, this is just a prototype. Just want to show you all what it says. Okay? It says F the you-know-who. N-W-O. You can get one soon and support my work. So another, in my opinion, mishap. This is something that's interesting. Private school vouchers head to Abbott's desk to become law. Texas Tribune reports. The program will officially launch at the start of the 2026-2027 school year. The Senate in Texas voted on Thursday to send legislation creating a statewide private school voucher program to Governor Greg Abbott's desk to be signed into law, all but concluding an ugly intra-party battle that has dominated state politics for much of the last 2 years. Abbott has already said that he plans to sign Senate Bill 2, a $1 billion proposal allowing families to use taxpayer dollars to fund their children's private school education. You know what? I think it's only fair. They take all this money from, in New Jersey, New York. They take property tax from us. Our kids' schools are mostly garbage. How about you don't take that money out from us, and we take that money back, and we send our kids where we want to send them. Maybe we want to send our kids to a Christian school or a Jewish school or a Hindu school or a Muslim school. Maybe we want to send our kids to a school where they don't teach them to chop off their wee-wees. I like this Texas. Texas is probably a prototype for the rest of the country. I love it. Another reason to move to Texas. I was just there last week. I had a blast. I love Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Amazing food. Everyone's kind. The energy's nice. The houses are big. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's holding the door. Everyone's saying, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all's is good? We's is good. You's is good? We's is good. U.S. allies express alarm at Trump's plan to let Russia keep most of the land it seized from the Ukraine. Some U.S. allies are highly alarmed by the framework the Trump administration is pushing to end the Ukraine war. Let's be real. Ukraine would have been wiped out already. And if America doesn't want to fund the war anymore, they really don't have much. Now, the Europeans can try to step in, but how long are they going to last? Their countries are falling apart also. And the truth of the matter is, I think Crimea is lost. So that's it. If that's what it takes to get peace, and no more innocent Ukrainians have to lose their lives, I don't think many people in Ukraine would even object. Jewish senators accuse Trump of exploiting anti-Semitism to target universities. Democrats, including Schumer, say Trump is using anti-Semitism as a cover to defund schools. 5 Jewish Democrat senators have sent a strongly worded letter to Donald Trump condemning his administration's assault on universities and questioning whether actions taken against higher education institutions are truly aimed at combating anti-Semitism. You're hearing this word a lot with everything that's going on in the Middle East. We are extremely troubled and disturbed by your broad and extra-legal attacks against universities and higher education institutions, as well as members of their communities, which seem to go far beyond combating anti-Semitism. This is reported by The Guardian. So we know that they've arrested students because they were protesting against what's going on in the Middle East with Israel, and their gross, in my opinion, violations of laws that violate war and everything, man. They have gone so far off the reservation that it's just, I feel like for my friends and family that are Jewish, that like have hearts and conscience, I feel bad for how much damage has been done to your people's name and what you're supposed to stand for and what has become of your people because of the people in charge of your state. It's sad. Like, you guys, like, here I have where is it? So we had this guy, actually a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, Subway DJ today, ended up where is it? Cornering Ben Gvir, okay? National Security of Israel. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, he cornered him in the streets. There you are. Okay. This is real video. Watch this. This is live in New York. This is my boy. Let's play from the beginning.
Fuck you! Ooh! Free Palestine, brother. Free Palestine. Ah! You support genocide, man. How does it feel to be evil? What? Genocider, genocider, Nazi, 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 Nazi. Genocider, 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 genocider.
The voice you're hearing is the voice of Subway DJ, who I guess he always seems to be in the most interesting places. And now, as I continue to build my vlog and stream, I'm going to go out to a lot of these events that are happening, these protests. I just want to show people what's going on. I'm going to be more of a journalist.
Nazi, Nazi. What's that? This man is a murderer! Murderer! This man has blood on his hands! Murderer! 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 What's that? What's that?
You know, people that violate, Geneva Conventions and crimes against humanity, they deserve to be shamed anywhere they go. I don't care if it's Israel, Albania, China, I don't care what country. The response that has happened there since October 7th has defied all logic. People do not want to see these images anymore of children losing their lives, tents being blown up, hospitals being blown up. Okay, sorry, like, you lost any support you had. At this point, is like, can you save your nation's face? I don't think so. I beg the Jewish community to end this, meaning get up and tell these people to get out of power, because they have made you look horrific. They really have. To the fact where people are like, I don't know, I've never seen the backlash against Jewish people ever like this. This has got to be about the closest to World War II that a Jew probably feels the pressure of people, the communities they live in, the cities they live in, because of the backlash, because of people like this guy. And there's Jews here attacking the guy. Look, I got it on video. It's crazy what's going on.
Murderer! 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 Murderer!
A true leader, a righteous leader, doesn't need no bodyguards. A true leader is loved by the people and the masses. That goes for any country, by the way.
Murderer! Murderer!
15 years of day school education.
Bergen County. Naftali Bennett went to the same school that I did. We are turning against. Watch your
They don't know what to do with this guy.
You are a disgrace to the Jewish people. Go fuck yourself.
So that's a Jew calling him out. Like I said, this is why you can't hate all people. You can't take a whole box and say every Muslim's like this, every Christian's like this, every Jew is like this, every Albanian's like this, every American's like this, every Iraq. No. Because good people, even if they have to call out their own people, they do it. Therefore, you cannot hate all people of any kind, period. This guy's proof of it. He's attacking the guy. He's Jewish American.
Terrorist! 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 Terrorist!
We're proud Jews here. Some of us.
How's it feel to be the most evil person, man?
We're gonna get a man has blood on his hands.
How's it feel to be a monster, brother?
Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. This is our city, you fascist scum. Get the fuck out of New York tomorrow. We know who you are. I'll tell you other things. You'll be remembered like a Nazi. And Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. You're the name of genocide.
Yeah. Not going to be that easy to just come into New York. So, New York Times reports protesters near Yale hurl water bottles at this guy later on in the day. Here's some video footage of that.
You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here.
We will free Palestine. We will free Palestine. Within our lifetime. Within our lifetime.
This has become like the Vietnam of the whole world right now. I'll tell the stories. Judge rules that Trump administration violated a 2019 settlement in deporting a man to Salvador. Associated Press. I mean, there really wasn't that much pumping today, man. There wasn't that much funny stuff. This is kind of cool. A new caterpillar found in Hawaii wears dead bugs and lives with spiders. The carnivorous bone collector caterpillar is the only known species of its kind, researchers say, and its ancient lineage may soon die out. That's a weird-looking bug. Scientists have discovered a rare and ancient lineage of caterpillar in Hawaii that wears the bones of insects as a form of camouflage. Researchers from the University of Hawaii at Manoa detailed the discovery in a paper published Thursday in Science. This is reported by Gizmodo.com. The caterpillar, which they've dubbed the bone collector, uses the disguise to live hidden within a spider's web, where it can prey upon other small bugs that get stuck inside. Unfortunately, the unique caterpillar's continued survival is likely under threat, since it's only known to exist on a single mountain range on one Hawaiian island. Interesting. Very interesting. So this thing will live like right next to the spider, which would probably kill it if it knew it, but it wears the bones of dead insects as a disguise so the spider doesn't kill it. That's pretty crazy. A bone collector caterpillar living undisrupted in a spider's web. Interesting, man. Interesting. Well, if you have a peanut allergy, here's some good news. Daily peanut exposure can desensitize allergic adults. Now, I got a cousin, okay? This kid eats one almond, he's done. He's finished. I've been there one time where they accidentally shaved some almonds onto his dessert, and he had like minutes to get to like an EpiPen. Like he was on his way out. Isn't it crazy? You could be ripped muscles. You eat one peanut. That me, I can go like this. I can eat peanuts all day. I can eat peanuts. Nothing happens to me. My cousin eats one peanut. He's dead. It's like kryptonite for Superman, you know? In any event, there wasn't too much really interesting stuff happening today. If you have any interesting stories, shoot them my way. We're going to be back on the air. I've also just invested in like $30,000 of equipment. We have a new streaming device that we're going to be able to stream live in the streets. We're working on that. We're going to be able to broadcast this podcast anywhere I go from now on. I'm never coming off the air again. So I want to apologize to all of you for the brief hiatus, but Beck Lover is back, so please forgive me. But I have not been slacking because I've been slacking. I've been really busy behind the scenes to get ready to go to the next level. New levels, new devils. So bear with me, have patience. I love you. I thank you. We are exploding with growth. I can't go anywhere anymore without being stopped in the streets. Even last night, at 2 o'clock in the morning, people seem to recognize me even when I wear a hat and a disguise. I guess I can't hide the damn thing on my nose. It's a dead giveaway. It's like my brand, you know? In any event, I hope that this time finds you well, your families. I really appreciate the support, and I promise we're going to really ramp it up. I give you my word. This your boy, Beck Lover. Never surrender, never give up, never fall into despair. Ever. Life is a war. Sometimes you lose a battle or two, but just don't give up. It'll get better. I promise. Till the next time, my friends, I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves.